Most buyers think they know what they can afford until the real numbers hit. Here's the truth. The average buyer in the state of Georgia overestimates their budget by nearly 20%. And when you factor in rising taxes, insurance, and HOA fees, that dream home can turn into a stress factory real fast. So today, I'm breaking down exactly how much home you can really afford in Georgia in 2025 using real local data from Warner Robins, Bonaire, Kathleen, Perry, and beyond. Because what a $350,000 home gets you in Kathleen looks nothing like what that same budget buys you in Warner Robins just a couple of miles down the road. Stay to the end. We'll break down actual monthly payments, real life examples, and a simple formula to know your true comfort zone before you even start house hunting. Hey everyone, I'm Mischa Thompson, your favorite Middle Georgia realtor, and I work with a lot of families moving here to the area, and especially military families PCSing to Robins Air Force Base. Whether you are relocating, upsizing, or buying your very first home here in Middle Georgia, today's reality check will help you make smart decisions, not emotional ones. Let's start with a quick myth. Just because you get approved for a certain loan amount doesn't mean you can actually comfortably afford that payment. Lenders qualify you based on your DTI, debt to income ratio, not your lifestyle, your kids' daycare, or that Chick-fil-A habit that adds up pretty darn fast. You might get approved for $400,000, but in Georgia's current market, that can easily turn into a $3,000 monthly payment once taxes, insurance, utilities, and HOA fees hit. So instead of asking, how much can I get approved for? You should actually be asking, how much can I actually live with? Here's the 2025 data straight from the local MLS. Across Warner Robins, Bonaire, Kathleen, Perry, Byron, and Centerville, over 2,000 homes have sold this year so far. The average sales price right around $295,000, with homes averaging just 38 days on the market before going under contract. Compare that to last year when we had nearly 3,000 homes sell, and you can see what's happening. Fewer homes are selling, higher prices, and slightly faster contracts. Zillow, the website that you most likely use to look for homes for sale, backs that data. Warner Robins's average home value is at around $206,000, up 2.6% year over year, according to Zillow. Bonaire sits at around $295,000, up 3.1% from last year. Kathleen? Well, we're looking at $361,000, up by 2.1% year over year. Perry, we have $268,000, up by 3.1%. The translation? Home values across Middle Georgia are still climbing, just not as fast as 2022 or 2023. So let's break this down by real-world examples. If your budget is at around $250,000, here's what that looks like. In the city of Warner Robins, you're looking at about 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,800 square feet, likely built in the early 2000s. In Kathleen, that same budget barely touches 1,500 square feet, usually older homes or fixer-uppers. And in Bonaire, $250,000 gets you something smaller, maybe 1,600 square feet, but still newer than Warner Robins at that price point. Now bump that budget up to $350,000. In Kathleen, you're in the 4-bedroom territory, 2,200 to 2,400 square feet, maybe even all brick homes. In Bonaire, expect a newer subdivision home, open concept, granite countertops, fenced in yards. In Warner Robins, that's near the top of the market. You're talking 2,700 square foot plus, sometimes even a pool or a finished bonus room. It is all about locations, schools, and build quality. Now here is the part people don't always see coming. Your lender gives you a number, say $350,000, but here's what it actually costs per month. At today's average rate, about 6.75%, with 10% down, a $250,000 home equals roughly $1,950 to $2,100 per month all in. If you look at $350,000, that pretty much equates to roughly $2,650 to $2,850 all in. And if we go even a little higher at the $450,000 range for homes, you're looking roughly at $3,350 to $3,600 a month all in. That includes taxes, insurance, HOA fees, and utilities. And the utilities can vary a lot over here, depending where you live. Water and trash, for example, are more expensive in the city of Perry than they are in the city of Warner Robins, just so you know. And if you are using a VA loan, which a lot of people that I work with on a daily basis do, you're saving about $150 to $200 per month by skipping PMI, private mortgage insurance, a big win for all military families out there. But that cost doesn't include the hidden stuff, like higher utility bills for bigger homes, or the extra $200 a month in lawn care and maintenance that new homeowners always forget about. Here's the trap I see over and over again. People budget for their mortgage, not for their home ownership. Let's say you purchase this beautiful home in Kathleen for $380,000. Looks great on paper until you add $250 a month for utilities, $150 a month for insurance, $100 a month on average for maintenance and lawn care, plus $30 on average in monthly HOA fees. Now your $2,600 payment just became a $3,100 payment a month. And that is before furniture, gas, groceries, or your kids' travel sports fees. This is why I always tell clients, just because you can qualify for it doesn't mean you should buy it. So how do you actually figure out your real comfort zone? Here is the simple formula I use with my clients all the time. Number one, take your take-home income, not the gross income. Number two, subtract your average monthly expenses, car, phone, subscriptions, food, childcare, etc. Number three, take what's left and multiply it by 0.7. That's your realistic maximum mortgage budget. Here's an example. If you take home $6,000 a month and you spend $2,000 on life stuff, pretty simple math, you've got $4,000 left. 70% of that $4,000 equals up to $2,800, meaning your safe comfort zone is around a $350,000 home. That is actually the sweet spot where you can enjoy life and your home and not stress over it. At the end of the day, buying a home in Georgia isn't about chasing the biggest pre-approval. It's about knowing your numbers, your comfort zone, and your long-term goals. If you are moving or thinking about moving to Middle Georgia or just starting your search, check out my playlist up here to get some more information about the area and start the process the smart way. I break down VA loans, local neighborhoods, new constructions, and everything you need to know before you make your move down here. I'm Mischa Thompson, helping you make smart moves here in Middle Georgia. one home at a time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and comment below. I'll see you in the next one.